Hey everyone, Greg here with KillerReviews.com. Hello strangers. It's been a while. I know I've kind of been off the grid for like the better half of this year. But we did record a Halloween podcast. That was up like a week ago, and we probably have another one for Halloween if I can manage to put it together. But I know it's been forever, but something very, very cool happened today. So I figured it was worth... Oh yeah, by the way, I have a Christmas tree in the background. Got a Christmas tree. I know, it's not December. What are you doing? Oh my god, it's like October and you have a Christmas tree. Like, I'm so confused. Yeah, okay, yeah. I hear that every day. I don't give a fuck. I like my Christmas tree. So something very cool happened today. And, I thought it was worth making this video. So, my friend Patrick from Southie, he gave me an old stereo of his, a kick-ass, really nice, like Sony component setup with a record player. So I'm getting into the vinyl stuff, and if you know me, like from the podcast, you're probably listening. You know, some of you have been listening to me for closer to 10 years, and this is one of those things I'm excited about. And I know if Brain Chomper were here, my brother, he would be giving me shit, up, down, left, right. You're gonna go crazy for like a month and get bored of it. I have slowly been buying I've been buying pieces of vinyl. I can't stand when people call album pieces. Like if you pick up cassettes. Like, do you go, oh, I picked up some pieces today? I picked up some pieces of cassette today? No, you don't. So don't say I picked up some pieces of vinyl. Like, that's so obnoxious. I'm so not, like, getting into vinyl because it's hip, it's cool. For me, I grew up with vinyl. I grew up with 8-track tapes. Not when they were popular, but they were, around my house growing up. And I do it because it makes me... I don't really care for technology, honestly. I think things were cooler back when I grew up. And I do it because it's nostalgic, and it reminds me of better times. When music wasn't shit, and people weren't stealing fucking off the internet every day. And you bought something, and it came in the mail. And you went to your record store and picked one up, So, anyhow, I picked up the coolest thing ever. And if you're like watching this, if you don't know who I am, and you're like, okay, dude, like where the fuck is like the album I'm getting to with that? I'm just talking to my audience of like 25 people. So, sorry, there's people walking. Yeah, I couldn't help but notice the people walking with garbage bags over their head. So I got this really cool record player from my buddy Patrick, and I over the past couple of years, if I'm out thrifting stores, I find some pieces of vinyl. I'll pick something up. So I had a little bit to start, but I picked up like the Holy Grail this week. So here's what I picked up. So, I know you're itching for me to open this. Like, I know. You're itching for me to open this. But, hang on. Okay, I want to talk about nothing, for like another 5 minutes. This album is based off of this movie, okay? I like to have a lot of glare in my video for the audience, so it's hard to see what I'm holding up. And I always can never figure out where to move stuff. Hang on, Brittany, I'm doing a video, okay? You can't come on screen. Put some clothes on, okay? Okay? So there's this movie, WNUF TV Special, and the idea is that it's from 1987, okay? Well, the movie is from a couple years ago, but the director, amongst other people, the director, Chris LaMartina, he directed this movie, and it came out a couple years ago. But he also had a lot of like stock footage from other people, so I'm sure it was a group effort to put this together. But this is a freaking masterpiece, and it's like a TV special. It's like when you grew up in the 80s, you had lots of like you use VHS tapes and record off a TV. You record shows off a TV, and then you would use like tapes over again. So you'd get like a lot of like jumbling. You'd get like multiple different TV shows on one tape, right? So this is originally it was on VHS a couple years ago. The first release was on VHS only, and you guys should look it up. But the VHS reviews are pretty cool. It shows you the cassette and everything. But the idea is that you just like you kind of play it and you think you're watching like a lost tape from 1987 of this local TV station produces. This guy, an event where this guy, Frank Stewart, where he goes into a haunted house and does a live seance on TV. I think it's like Halloween night. And things go horribly wrong. And at the end of the TV special, Frank Stewart and the crew go missing, okay? So that's this movie. It's basically a found footage movie, but it's by far the best found footage movie I've ever seen. Like, it's done... Like, there's the Blair Witch who invented the genre. Then these guys, like, they completely reinvented it, in my opinion. So look for this, okay? This is the movie, okay? Now, this came out recently, and this is an album, but it's also available, I believe it's available on CD, and definitely available to download, okay? But the idea is, the studio, WNUF TV... they put some funds together to make this album to raise money to find Frank. Look at this right here. You see that? Oh, sorry, I suck. All proceeds of this album go to the Find Frank Fund, okay? So this is a fake album of past broadcasts they've done. And it's put on a record as if it's like 1987, right? And I haven't heard it yet. I just opened it up. Like I went to my email, and I opened up like my door to my apartment building, and there's a box from TerraVision. I think it's like TerraVision Records or whatever. And I am like, I checked my email, and it said it was on delivery for today. The tracking, and sure enough, I went down there, and it was sitting there like in a box from TerraVision, and I opened it up. I've looked through this, and it's so freaking cool. So the idea is, here's the bag. Here, I'll let you guys look at it, just so you can look at it. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So the back tells you side A, what's on it, and side B, what's on it. And this gives you a summary of what the album is. So, side A is an introduction, and it's broadcast Haunted Laundromat, River Hill Sheep Squash, and Phantom of the Roller Rink. And then side B has a seance from the two people, Dr. Louis Berger and his wife Claire. They have a seance here on side B. Okay? So, if you open it up, and I gotta tell you, like, you like, think of, like, back in the 80s or 70s, even 70s, 80s, right? Like, when, like, Led Zeppelin released a new album, or Queen, right? Or Metallica. When they had a new record, and you went to the record store, and you freaking, I remember doing this when Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 came out. I skipped school that day. I pretended I was sick or whatever. I went to the record store opening. Well, I grew up on CDs more, so I went and got CDs. and went home and just played them all day and listened and like look at the lyrics and the artwork. So when I got this, okay, I'm freaking out, and I didn't know if it would have like, I'm not sure what it's called, but when they open up and have an inside panel, I'm sure there's a name for that. But when I saw that, like I was like opening it up, and I could see there was a groove between the two edges, you know, the front and the back. I knew right away that there was an inside layout. I've already read it. It's the coolest thing ever. So there's pictures. I'll do the pictures first. I need to put my fat face over here so I can see. You know, what I'm showing you guys, right? So there's pictures of Frank at the different locations and stuff, okay? And then over here, this is a letter from, I want to say like the producer of like the station. But like listen to this, right? This is from the guy, like it's a letter to the fans about kind of what happened and him trying to raise money to find Frank, okay? So let me see here. I'm sorry. I should have had this ahead of time. Oh shoot, where is it? Okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and like read the whole thing for you. But in here it talks about like the laundromat, like the terrifying times at the laundromat when the underwear went missing. It's funny. Like the whole thing's funny, right? But it's not like in your face funny. It's very dry humor, and the movie's the same way, right? Like it's funny, but it's not at all slapstick on any level. Okay, so we've seen all of this, right? So you open the, so here's the record, which is the coolest freaking thing ever. A WNUF TV 28 Halloween mask that you can cut out, right? And this happened all the time. Like when you would, like cereal boxes would give masks. Holy shit. And then this is my favorite. A Frank Stewart fan club certificate. So freaking cool. Oh! I can't wait to play this. I tell ya, I can't wait. Chris LaMattina. Amazing job, guys. You guys are probably watching because I'll send you the link, but like the art, the whole layout, the artwork, the writing, the letter is so fun. You know, the letter from I think it was from the producer. Coolest thing ever. And I'll tell you, like, you know, as I look into a lot of this vinyl stuff, I look at like the horror soundtracks, and they're priced at $30 to $40. Some are like 20, I mean 25, but like the real nice stuff is this was $25. I tell you, like, you can get the CD for like 15, but I tell you, man, like, the collectability factor of like that right there is like so worth the $15 difference, you know? It's just so awesome having that. I'll put some links down in the description. If you want, it's TerraVision. TerraVision. If you just look up that TerraVision Records, just, you'll find it. But I'll put the link in the description for the movie and Chris's Twitter, all that stuff. But a phenomenal job. Thanks for watching. And if it's your first time meeting me, I run killerreviews.com with some other really good friends of mine. And it's a small community, but we have a really good podcast. Well, I've heard the podcast is pretty good. People like it. But yeah, we've been doing a podcast for almost 10 years now. And I'm going to have Chris LaMattina on the show, hopefully this week, if I can pull it together, to talk about his movie and the record and stuff. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching, and leave a comment and support these guys. Like, this effort he put in is amazing. And Chris LaMattina and also the people that he works with, do an amazing job at this stuff. And the last thing I want to say before I close down is my heart really, really does go out to Frank Stewart and his family. I really hope that they find some closure in this awful, awful nightmare that is, this WNUF TV mystery. So I pray for his family, and thanks a lot for watching. Have an awesome Halloween 2015. Later!